Welcome back.
Go.
Welcome back to the Frozen Forum podcast. I am your host, Nathan DaCosta, along with my co-host, Alex Nagy. We're coming back at you. I think this is the fewest games we've played since our last recording in quite a long time. We've played 3 games, and that's supposedly a low amount of games.
It's like, in a normal year, it's a normal amount of games, but we've got something big coming up next week. And so most of these weeks that we've been recording, it's been more than 3 games because we're going to take a break for 2 weeks from the NHL. What is this madness?
We're taking a break from the NHL, but we'll get a recording in there.
We are not taking a break from hockey.
We are not taking a break from hockey, baby. But man, what those last 3 games, man. Well, I can't follow the train of thought right now. Alex, how are you?
We will get into the games. I'm doing great. I would be doing better. You know, those 3 games didn't exactly go totally to plan. And I've got some questions about them actually for you, or some questions that stem for you. But all of those questions are in this fun little thing we do sometimes called the Frozen Forum Flash. And if you want to go right into that to get your brain up and running, Nathan, we can go right into that.
Let's do it. I just came off the ice. I was just playing hockey an hour ago, but we're getting right into it. Let's do it.
Getting right into it. We'll get into it. I got 10 questions for you, about 30 seconds each to give you to answer. And maybe my brain will work too. We'll see. Are you ready for this one? Let's get into it. Question number 1 for you stems from one of the games we played this weekend, or this past week. And it was also on the weekend. The Buffalo Sabres very well could be one of the hottest teams in the NHL right now. And to say that is one thing, but there is a world where we play them in a playoff series this year. We match up against them. And Nathan DaCosta, if we match up against the Buffalo Sabres in the playoffs, are we going to get swept?
I've said it once and I will say it again. Every game in that series is going to overtime. We're not getting swept. There's no way. But every game will be a nail biter. Series will be better than every other series in the first round, the second round, the third round, and probably the Stanley Cup Finals. If that matchup happens, blockbuster hockey. We haven't had a matchup like that in a long time.
I mean, the Sabres have been absolutely dominating the Habs in these games. I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to happen. We'll have to see. Speaking of the playoffs, going into question number 2, let's say we're in a wild card spot, and the top 2 teams in each division are the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Carolina Hurricanes. Which one, if you had the choice, would you play in the first round?
Oot, that's tough. That's really tough. Carolina, for the last, 3-4 years, they made it to the conference final. Tampa Bay, some nightmares there from the Stanley Cup final. Frick, man. But I'm sticking with my gut, Tampa Bay. I would take Tampa Bay in that first round. I still don't believe in them. I believe that they are just going to fall apart. They're going to crumble down. They're not going to have that 1 seed like you think. But if that does happen, I'm taking Tampa every time.
You're taking Tampa. We'll have to see what the standings draw up once we get to the end of the season. Let's get into some player stats. Nathan, if I told you that the player on the Montreal Canadiens who currently has the highest on-ice goal differential per 60 minutes, if I told you that player was Alex Texier, would you believe me?
What line is he on? Is he 3rd or 4th?
I mean, he was playing with Suzuki and Caulfield for a while.
Oh, yes. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And those lower lines recently have been playing pretty damn well. I mean, they've been getting goals. They've been doing everything they need. I mean, last night, even Philip Deneau gets a point or a goal. It makes sense, but it's surprising. Like, good on you, Alex Texier.
Good on you, Alex Texier. Speaking of players, we have a 30-goal scorer on the team. Mr. Caulfield has officially reached 30 goals, and we still have lots of games to play this season. Nathan, how many goals is Cole Caulfield going to finish? Will it be his first season above 40? Above 50?
That's unreal that he hasn't been above 40. I think at the beginning of the year, in our predictions, we said that he would be above 50, and I still stand by that. He, in his last 3 games, has 5 goals, and he doesn't show any signs of slowing down. I mean, it would have been 6 goals, but the refs had to stop him last night for getting 2. So this guy is unreal. We'll see how they pair up against the Avs tomorrow night, but I still think we're going to see vintage Cole coming out.
Final question for you, Nathan. We've talked a lot about goaltending this year. If you could trade for a goaltender before the trade deadline, I'm not saying a name right now because there aren't very many in the rumors, but if there was a goaltender out there, would you trade for that goaltender? Or do you trust Montembeault and Dobesh to get the job done?
I don't trust them. I'm sorry. Just they're too flaky right now. That game against the Sabres that we lose, we should have had a few more saves there. That would have made that game. We only lost by 2, but We didn't get a point out of that game, and that's big, especially when the Atlantic's so tight. I would trade for a goalie. You know who that goalie would be? Jordan Binnington.
No, God. He wants
I'm
a
just messing
downgrade,
with you.
everybody. He wants a downgrade. Oh,
I'm
okay.
just messing with you. But yes, I would take a goalie trade.
Well, let's go to question number 6. We're going to get to the rest of the NHL here, and we're getting close to the trade deadline. Like, in terms of NHL days away from we're a lot closer than you think, because for the Olympic break, there are not allowed to be any trades. So for 2 whole weeks, so we're actually very close. And on that note, Panarin, that's right, Artemi Panarin was held out of the game tonight against the Islanders, and he will reportedly not play any more games before the Olympic break. For sure. Confirmed. The rumor, Nathan, is Artemi Panarin to the Dallas Stars. What are your comments on that idea?
As if they weren't already a wagon. God dang. Oh, the Avs got some company over there, as if they didn't already in the Stars, but that's got to be the deepest forward lineup in the league then. If they get a guy like Panarin on... God, their first 2 lines are already disgusting, and then getting to Panarin, you're going to have to shift one of those guys down to the 3rd line. They're going to be the new Cup favorite. Simple as that.
We're going to talk more about Panarin in a bit. Let's get into question number 7. This one has to do with the player that is leading the Art Ross Trophy race. That is Edmonton Oilers forward Connor McDavid, who has 92 points this season. Nathan, 92 points in 54 games. That means he has 28 more games to play. How many more points is he getting in those 28 games?
Last week I said he was getting 170. He's going to get pretty damn close. I think he's going to average like 2.5 points in every one of those last games. So that'll get him, like 160, 165-ish? He's going to finish the season between 160 and 170 points. This guy's on fire. That game the other night when Bouchard had a hattie, he had 5 points. The other night, I think he had another, what?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's just insane.
But it's actually just ridiculous.
The other night, I think he had another 2 or 3 points. Like, this guy's just on fire. And I said it in one of the previous episodes. Dude, that Olympics is just something to chase for. And then it's like perma adrenaline afterwards. You saw Sidney Crosby after 2010. It's not going to stop. Connor McDavid's going on a tear. 160 to 170 points. You heard it here first. And another trade rumor. There is a little bit of talk around Columbus Blue Jackets forward Charlie Coyle. You might remember him from a Boston Bruins team for a long time. He's now with Columbus, and people are asking, should the Buffalo Sabres trade for Charlie Coyle? No. Whatever's going right in Buffalo right now, you don't need to change anything. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's nothing to fix. You don't need him. Buffalo, as you just said, is the hottest team in the league. Why? Why do they need to change something up when they got everything going right? So no, I don't think they need him.
Fair enough. I mean, it's weird to say that the Buffalo Sabres are involved in a trade rumor where they receive an NHL player. It's been very interesting. Let's go to question number 9. Looking at the Eastern Conference and the playoff picture, a few weeks ago, we were commenting on how close every team was. But things aren't looking that close anymore. Currently, the 3rd place in the wild card race, where the first 2 make it into the playoffs, the 3rd place is the Florida Panthers, who are 6 points out of a wild card spot right now, albeit with 2 games in hand on Boston, but 6 points. Nathan, will any team between 3rd and 10th in that wild card race make the playoffs this year? Or is this the final set playoff picture and it's just a matter of seeding?
It's still going to change, bro. It is still going to change up. 28 games left. 6 points is a 3-game difference. It is going to change. I think right now, the Lightning are in. Unless something drastic happens to them, they're in.
What gave that away to you, Nathan? What gave that away to you?
Yeah. Who's second?
Carolina.
Okay, Carolina's fine. The Sabres still not a lock. The Habs not a lock. Boston not a lock. All of those guys in the hunt between, I'd say, 3rd to 6th, they're in the hunt. And everyone above them should be wary, especially the Habs.
Let's go into question number 10, final question. And I saved it. I saved best for last today. The Toronto Maple Leafs were on a tear. They went 7-2. They looked like they were back. They looked like it was fantastic. And then they went on a 5-game winless streak at home, which was the first time they have done that in over 40.
My God.
Nathan, is this the first year in a while that the Leafs are sellers at the trade deadline?
I think they've got to be, man. Like, them missing Marner, regardless if it was Marner, Matthews, Nylander, any one of those guys, the team falls apart. They were all glue guys. They kept everything together when they needed it to stay together. Marner's gone, and now everything's falling apart, and you can see that happening. And these last 5 games, they haven't had guys like, they haven't had Nylander play every game. There's been a few guys bouncing in and out of the lineup as well. And that's what happens when you don't have all of your stars out and you're missing Marner. So yes, they're going to be selling.
They're going to be selling. Let's get into the rest of the podcast. I want to stay on this point just for a little bit. I have some stats to read out to you. Today, these stats were tweeted about the Toronto Maple Leafs defense. Note that all of these stats are against. So like when I say shots, I mean shots against. Okay. Shots against per game, 31.8. That's last in the league. That's the most in the league. Slot shots against per game, 15.9. That is the highest number in the league. Rush chances against per game, 7.3. That is last in the league. Cycle chances, 12 per game. That's second last in the league. Expected goals against, 3.38 per game. That's third last, fourth last in the league. And goals against per game, 3.43. That's third last in the league.
Yeah, that defenseman situation is not good.
We were talking about the defense of the Tampa Bay Lightning earlier this season. I don't think this has been talked about enough. The Toronto Maple Leafs cannot defend. This is over the whole season too. This is not just, the last 5 games or anything. Like 32 shots per game, 16 slot shots per game. Like slot shots are insane.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. You cannot be allowing that. I wonder how much of that is actually the defenseman's fault, or if that is the forwards not hustling back to help out.
As they like to say, bad defense is an issue of will, not skill, right? It's what they like to say. But I mean, the Leafs, I don't know what skill they have either. So I don't know if that could help them in the first place.
Is their goaltending even good right now? Like, they have Stolarz, Wall, and Hildeby. I thought Hildeby was playing decent for a little bit, but Stolarz didn't. I think he played like crap that other night. And then Wall, I honestly don't know how much Wall's been playing. I feel like it's mainly been Hildeby. But
okay, in Toronto, Dennis Hildeby this season has saved 16 goals above expected. Joe Wall, 6.9. Stolarz, minus 2.26. Caden Primo is also on this list, minus 5.73. But I mean, that was in 3 games, so oops.
Sorry, Caden.
Sorry, Caden.
Catching strays for no reason. But yeah,
I mean, like,
they're not back checking.
But like Dennis Hildeby, like 19 games out of the season, 16 goals saved above expected. That's a fantastic number.
Yeah,
like Joe Wall, has played 23 games. Like the only negative goals saved above expected for the Leafs are 3 games from Caden Primo and 14 games from Anthony Stolarz. Like that's it.
14?
He's played 14, but
the
total of 14 games is minus 2 goals saved. Right? It's like nothing. Nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, right? Like you compare that to us, right? God,
I don't even want to see, bro.
Like Jakub Dobeš has 8 goals saved above expected, positive. Fowler has 5.59. Montembeault has minus 2.14.
Which is just about expected level of goaltending.
Like Sam Montembeault, almost exactly the same as Anthony Stolarz, but has played more games, like a lot more games. Fowler is around the same as Joe Wall, but has played less games. Jakub Dobeš is played more games than Hildeby and has been half as good. So like all in all, like we have worse goaltending by far, like at least doubly as bad goaltending as the Toronto Maple Leafs, and yet they are last in the league against goals in expected goals against per game. Like it's just crazy. It's like and goals against per game. It's not like they're getting saved here.
Hey man, this is just a classic case of forecheck paycheck. They forgot the one thing that they need to do to win games and not let stats like that happen, because that's how you lose hockey. That's right there. Allowing the slot one is the worst. Allowing 16 slot shots a game?
16.
You're not going to, it's impossible to win games if you allow that many slot shots, especially with how skilled the league is now. Good luck.
Who do you think you can sell? Who do you think you can get rid of in Toronto?
Can't get rid of Tavares because you signed him for a monster contract.
They don't even have UFAs this year. Like Kalle Järnkrok Who the
Get
hell?
rid
Who's
of
taking
get rid of.
Scott Laughton? Bobby McMahon?
I think you have to get rid of a guy like OEL because he's good. Ekman Larson.
Yeah. I mean, he's got 3 years left on his deal. Like, you're gonna trade 3 years? Like, I'm just looking at this. Like Max Domi has 2 years after this one. Tavares, you're not gonna trade. Like, you're not gonna trade Matthew Nyes. Probably. You're not gonna trade William Nylander. You're not gonna trade Austin Matthews. Like there's nobody to blow up. Like who is there here to like actually get rid of? Like it's literally Calle Yarncroc, Scott Laughton, Bobby McMahon. And on defense, you got Troy Stetcher, which, I mean, that's going to fetch you a huge price.
You can make a case for McMahon. He's been decent his last 10, 20 games there, so you'd have to make something quick on him. But yeah, the rest of the guys, good luck, Leafs. Is this the end, the official end of the Leafs dynasty?
And no dynasty either, because there ain't no winning in that period of time.
The Leafs dynasty in quotations that they had built for the last decade. Is this it for them? Is this the season where they don't make the playoffs and the team slowly diffuses and blows up eventually?
I think so. I think it's done. I think it's over.
I'd have to agree. I also feel the same way about, honestly, the Panthers. I don't know if you've watched them play recently.
Uninspired hockey.
They have Tkachuk back, and they just don't look like they want it. They got their cups, and they aren't playing well.
They always say the third one's the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
You go back, you listen to that Chicago Blackhawks team. You listen to that
Blackhawks, Kings,
LA too, right? Yeah.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa couldn't do it, right? Tampa did too.
The LA Dodgers this year, they're going to lose to the Blue Jays in the World Series. It's going to happen. Just let me tell you. They can spend as much as they want. They're not winning.
They're not winning. We're correct. No, it's going to be the Mets, bro. Mets, Dodgers, World Series. Ta-da. Wow. So crazy. Actually, not even going to be the Mets, bro, because like this team like just takes all these washed players that used to be good. Like, I swear the GM is like living in like 2020 and he's like managing this year's team. He's like, oh my God, we could get that guy. And then he's like getting them and like signing them. It's like, okay, great. You got.
No, like the whole problem with the Mets is these owners have way, way, way too much money. They're paying Juan Soto like a $700 million contract. He's not motivated anymore. When he was on the Yankees, he was working for that contract, and then you overpay him, and now he just doesn't want to fucking play. That's going to be the same thing with Bo Bichette. You got $350 million. Sure, you took one of our best players, and now he's just going to rot over there. Such a joke. Okay, let's get back to hockey.
Let's talk more trade talk, because there's lots of rumors flying around. There's lots of people talking about a lot of things. Let's first talk about Artemi Panarin. Artemi Panarin, the link right now has been to Dallas. But if we could get Artemi Panarin on the Montreal Canadiens, would we do that?
Yes. Yes, we would do that.
Can you imagine Artemi Panarin with Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield first line? Second line?
I hope he can imagine
it.
I can certainly imagine it. I hope he can, because if he sees the vision...
And then next year you get to play with Sidney Crosby if he signs back. It's crazy.
This is true.
Look.
I've been thinking about it a little bit more. The Habs' problem isn't that 2C. It isn't that goaltending. When I watch the Habs out there every night, we are smaller than them. We are smaller than every team, and that can win regular season hockey. But in the playoffs, it's a different game.
You know, people keep saying that we're smaller than Vegas. We beat Vegas twice this year.
Again, regular season hockey.
But I mean, we're smaller.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't wait to see Juraj Slafkovsky in the playoffs this year. That's the big one. I think it's going to be him. It's going to be guys like Kirby Dach. It's going to be guys like Noah Dobson on the back end, Caden Gooley, you know.
We need even Mike Matheson to be a presence, because those bigger guys, he's one of our biggest guys on the team. Like, everyone that is, if you're a top 7 tallest guy on the team, you are going to have to be playing the most physical hockey of your life to help get this team into a good playoff run.
We've got 5 teams ranked here on the top 5 sellers. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about each one of their assets. The first one here is the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg obviously not in a playoff spot. Potential trade chips: Logan Stanley, Luke Shen, Jonathan Taves, Gustav Nyquist. What do you see there?
Nothing. Next. JT, I don't know, like 5 years ago we would have taken him, but he's here for fun now. He's here for fun. He's a legend, but I don't really want him, to be honest. So
you've got here's the big one. Nashville: Jonathan Marchessault, Steven Stamkos, Ryan O'Reilly, Michael Bunting, and Eric Holla.
I like Marchessault, and I think O'Reilly and Stamkos, they get a hell of a lot of points together. We would somehow have to get both of them for it to be worth it. One or the other, I don't think it would work out. But a guy like Jonathan Marchessault, I like that idea.
Let's go next team. The Vancouver Canucks. The big one, trade talks right now, is Evander Kane. He has permission to go talk to other teams right now. Also has Elias Pettersson, Lucas Reichel, Teddy Bluger, Jake DeBrusk, and Connor Garland, all as potential trade chips.
Elias Pettersson, Jake DeBrusk, either one of those two. We'd have to give up. Vancouver does need. They could use some picks. That team is falling apart.
They can use some picks. They've already traded 2 players, and there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's still 6 players on this list, and they've already traded 2. They've traded Quinn Hughes, Kiefer Sherwood.
What's Tom Wilson's deal look like over in Washington? If we had a guy like him, he is the size.
This is fair. I don't know if you're going to force him out of there, though.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see. Tom Wilson, what's his deal look? While we get that up, I'll ask you the next one. The St. Louis Blues. Man, that team is bad. But Robert Thomas, he was actually involved in trade rumors to Montreal. Fun fact. Jordan Kyrou was in trade rumors back in the summer to Montreal. Braden Shen, Justin Falk, Matthew Joseph, Oscar Sundqvist, and Jordan Binnington.
Who was the third guy you said?
Braden Shen?
Yeah, Braden Shen. He is the most consistent of them all. Thomas and Kyrou, when they're on their game, they are the best players on the ice. But that doesn't happen often enough for me to want them. But Braden Shen is a pretty damn consistent player. Anyone on that team that I would take would be Braden Shen, and then I'd pay $100 million to get Jordan Binnington.
$100 million? What?
Kidding, bro. We don't want Binnington. I'm just messing with you.
God. You're actually giving me heart attacks, man. Like, what are you doing here? Why are you doing this to me, Nate? This is not the night to do this. That's last one. Big names here, and you have to think that the likelihood that they come to Montreal is lower because of the connection we have to this team. The New York Rangers. Potential trade chips. Vincent Trocheck, Artemi Panarin, Alexis Lafreniere, Jonathan Quick.
Not Quick, not Laugh. Vinny Trocheck is declining. We need Panarin, man.
Vinny Trocheck is a player that would be very good. Be very good on our team. He can score, hit, win faceoffs, defense guy, but like he's a big guy.
He is a big guy. He's a big guy. That is true.
Plays big too.
He took Cole Caulfield's Olympic team spot, so he must be better than Cole Caulfield. So we might need him. We might need him on the team.
Oh God.
No, but okay, yeah, you make a good point for Trocheck. But of those two, I'd take Panarin or Trocheck. Yeah.
Would you in other teams' news? Would you pick up Kadri from the Flames?
Yes, I would. When I think of that 2022 Avalanche team, they're not super old now. They were younger, obviously. He fit in so well, and with the team as young as Montreal, I think he would just fit right in again, just like a glove, right into that 2C.
I don't think it'll happen.
I don't mind Kadri at all, actually, there.
Yeah, number 1 and 2 on the trade board are Artemi Panarin and Vincent Trocheck. Do you know who's number 4 on the trade board right now by The Athletic? 20 was supposed to go first overall to the Montreal Canadiens.
Shane freaking... No way.
Shane Wright.
I don't want him. I do not want him. He's not that good. I'm sorry. But he's having a better season in Seattle this year. But again, he's not a guy that has the size that we would need on Montreal, nor does he produce like some of these other guys that you just mentioned. I don't want Shane Wright.
There's some big names up here on this trade board, Nathan. I can't wait for this year's trade deadline because it's going to shake out it's going to be cool. I love trade deadline day is honestly one of my favorite days in the year. Low key, might take a vacation day to sit at home and watch TV, watch the TSN trade panel and watch them talk about guys and be on Twitter, just endlessly refreshing. Like that just might be my day. We'll have to see, A, if I'm allowed to do that, and B, if there is even anybody left on the trade board by then, because the rumors are that Panarin is being moved by the end of this week or sometime during the Olympic break, and then it'll be official when the Olympic break is over. Vincent Trocheck, you got to think he's moving before the deadline. Evander Kane's already in the rumors. Robert Thomas, 26-year-old center, Nathan.
He's that young. He's good, and he can be great. But for me to want him, he has to be great. All the
he's coming off consecutive seasons where he scored 80, where he beat 80 points.
Okay, maybe I was talking too much. Robert Thomas, I wouldn't mind that then either.
Blake Coleman's up here on the board. He's less and less of a interesting. Dougie Hamilton's up here on the trade board. That one's going to be interesting.
Give me Dougie Hamilton. Oh my gosh. I cheered for him for 3 years when he was on the Ice Dogs. That was so fun. I would love to have him back in Montreal.
That's pretty good. We talked about Luke Shen. We talked about Kadri. Goalie on the market, Jesper Wallstad. Yeah, obviously not like ideal for Minnesota to trade him because he's playing great. But they're talking about how, Philip Gustafsson is the guy. And if Jesper Wallstad can get a good player that fits in Minnesota back in return, they might not be actually that close to trading him.
Wow. Let's do a Wallstad for Montembeau 1-for-1. Sounds like a good trade to me.
It sounds like a great trade. Number 12 on this board, Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Would you ever let him back in the Montreal experience, or is that ship sailed and never coming back again?
It's done. I think Kotkaniemi, similarly to Toffoli, he's got a good gig going over there in San Jose, but I think they're both gone.
I'd be fun to get Toffoli back, If
it would be fun.
If San Jose was not in a playoff spot and was looking to trade him, man, Toffoli with Caulfield and Suzuki, that was the original in the playoff line, right? That was when Philip Danault, Thomas Tatar, and Brendan Gallagher was the first line of the Montreal Canadiens. That second line was Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, and Tyler Toffoli. And we went to the Stanley Cup final. That would be, if we picked up Toffoli, we would only need Thomas Tatar on the team, and those first two lines could be things again. And
That'd
Thomas Tatar, by the way, is playing on the Slovakian hockey team, the Slovakian Olympic team. He will be there.
Maybe Uri could pull some strings over there. He's got 2 weeks.
I don't know if he's that good, but I guess we'll see. Yeah.
Man, exciting times coming up.
And Patrick Laine is up on this list. Yeah, again, we were talking about the Leafs, should they be sellers? There are there are 2 players on the Leafs in the top 40 trade candidates. Well, I don't even know how they sell. I don't understand. There's nobody to sell. They've the 2 players are Simon Benoit and Bobby McMahon. That's it.
I think your best chance of getting anything is McMahon, but I don't know. I feel like Toronto loves him.
Look, one of our friends asked us this question today. What do you think would be funnier? The Leafs pushing till the end of the season, being 1 point out of a playoff spot, or the Leafs selling, ending 6th last in the NHL, and giving the 6th overall pick to the Boston Bruins?
What would be funnier?
That's not what they asked because they're Leaf fans, but that's what I'm asking.
I'm just envisioning both in my head. But I think them being 1 point out of the playoffs, kind of cruel, but if they're 1 point out of the playoffs, that's when you know they have to blow it up. That's when you know the Atlantic's too stacked. GG, bye-bye Leafs, trade everything. What do you think? What do you think would be better?
Man, I think, I'm with you on the, I'm with you on the 1 point out. I mean, that'd be so funny. What was that trade that they made last year with the Bruins? Was it for the defenseman? Was it for Carlo? They gave the first round pick?
Yeah, for Brandon
Carlo. Could you imagine if Brandon Carlo, who is... Wait, actually, let me pull this up. What do you think his percentile is this year?
God, he's got to be 20th.
The 20th percentile?
What is he?
It's actually 34. It's not that bad. I thought it'd be worse. Sorry. 34th overall, 28th overall defensively. Imagine paying the 6th overall pick for that. And they did not just give the 6th overall pick for that. They would be giving the 6th overall pick. And who's the prospect they traded away?
I don't remember. Let me see.
Fraser Minton.
Oh yeah, Fraser Minton. He is good right now. He is playing very well on the Bruins.
And he is good.
Yes. Please finish 1 point out of the playoff.
Well, I mean, that would be even Fraser Minton, by the way, is an 83 overall, 3rd percentile player.
Wow. He has 15 goals on the season or something. Pretty damn good. Oh God, Leafs.
And
Nation.
You got Brandon Carlo.
What's going on, Leafs Nation? I just want to know. Comment down below what's going on in your minds. And are you guys going to make the playoffs this year? And when you don't, what's next? What's next for you guys?
What's next is a great question, Nathan.
Steve Dangles, what's next?
I don't know what's next either. I don't know where you go because you have to trade an Austin Matthews. I think that's the only way you can go because you can't try to do it again next year.
No. You have to legitimately blow it up. And if I would try and build it around someone, it's Nylander. I think
he's too old. He's too old to build something around. You can't start over with Nylander.
How old is he now?
27? 20? No, he's more than that. He's got to be more than that. Nylander's 29. I mean, don't get me wrong. Next year could be a gap year where they accrue some more assets and then they make another push in 27. I don't know. But, you know who they still have signed as of 2027 even? Everybody. Literally everybody. The only player that is signed next year and not the year after, the only forward is Nicholas Waugh, and then like all of their defense, or like half their defense. But like that's not even. I just don't know how you do it with this decor, Nathan. Like Morgan Riley's 31, washed. What do you think his overall is?
He's
Oh, it's
still
gotta be
like
bad.
he's still a 60. Yeah, he's still a 60.
68. It's not
Yeah.
a bad guess. I mean, he's your.
I was gonna say, like, who else do they have? OEL. He's a guy that I think you could get rid of because he still has some value. I don't even know. I don't know who the Leafs defense are. I don't care. I don't care about the Leafs, bro.
OEL, by the way, this season 93.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's playing unreal for them.
I don't know what you do with this team.
That's what you
Blow
do.
it up. Blow it up.
All right, enough
Nathan,
about these. Enough about these
we-
Toronto Maple Leafs, man.
We've got how many games before the break?
We have a whopping 4 games before the break. 4 games.
4.
Yep. The first one is tomorrow night against the Colorado Avalanche. Second, we're going to this game, baby. Montreal, Buffalo again in Buffalo.
Or as
Saturday night.
Hungarians like to say, Buffalo. Yeah,
Buffalo. And then in February, we got 2. Minnesota Wild, Winnipeg Jets.
And Minnesota's a Monday game, right?
Minnesota's a Monday. Winnipeg is a Wednesday. So we'll probably come back to you guys again after these last 4 games are played, and then
Yeah, we'll probably let's record on Thursday next week. Does that sound good?
yeah, that sounds good.
Or would you do that?
What are your predictions? What is that? Donald Trump dance?
Yeah, I said it's 7:33. What are my predict? We're going 4-0, baby. This is the stretch where we get back into those top 3 in the East, or in the top 3 in the Atlantic. Look, I'm telling. I think that the best outcome possible. Give me. This is what I want. Assuming that this is the finalized picture for the playoffs, like who's in the playoffs is final, right? Give me Buffalo, Montreal, first round. Give me Tampa Bay, Detroit, first round. Give me that Yzerman connection, you know? Give me that beautiful
Every game in that series is like just a shootout.
absolutely ridiculous. Give me in the Metro, Pittsburgh, New York Islanders sounds like a great series. Give me Matthew Schaefer versus Sidney Crosby, right? The first overall picks that are stunning the world. And then that leaves you with Carolina and Boston, which I don't actually like that matchup very much. So let's flip Florida into that spot instead of Boston. And we're going to change my rules that I said earlier. Give me Florida and Carolina. That's what I want.
I'm going to disagree. I think Carolina-Boston would be a very tight series. Boston plays physical hockey, but Carolina is a very skilled team. It would be the big bad Bruins against the ballerinas on ice who will probably just dance around them, but then will occasionally get blown up. It'd be a good series.
It would be a good series. In the West, this is way harder. I want to hear your thoughts on the West after. But in the West, Colorado's has to be the first in the Central, right? So they need a wild card team to face off against. Give me Colorado, San Jose.
No, I don't want to see that. I want to see San Jose make it to at least the second round.
Give me Macklin Celebrini versus Nathan MacKinnon. Give me Macklin Celebrini outscoring Nathan MacKinnon in the first round.
Just so you know, the Ottawa Senators just beat the Colorado Avalanche 5-2. Anything's possible.
Give me the San Jose Sharks to sweep the Colorado Avalanche first round. That's what I got. That's what I got for you. Next, I think Vegas is going to win the Pacific. Vegas, Utah, I like that series. That leaves you. I mean, Utah's. Give me Dallas, Minnesota. That's the series I want to see. That's going to be a fantastic series. With Artemi Panarin, that series is not actually that close. But give me Dallas, Minnesota. And give me the Anaheim Ducks facing off against the Edmonton Oilers. Give me 7-6 games, every single game for the entire series. That's what I want. I want to see. I want to see absolute carnage on ice. I want to see 64 different players on the Anaheim Ducks get points, because I swear everybody on that team scores. And give me Connor McDavid 5-point nights 6 games in a row until they win in 6 games. That's what I want. That's what I want right now. Looking at the standings right now, that's what I want.
That would be an unreal series. I don't know if you watched the Edmonton Ducks game on Monday on Prime. It was exactly that, just a shootout, back and forth. Oilers won 6-5. I forget if it was overtime or regular time, but who cares? It was a shootout.
I didn't know before. But I'd like to say before I said this, I didn't know that was the case.
That was the game on Monday. That was the prime that Monday.
Okay, what do you got other than Minnesota, Dallas? I think you agree with me on that one. What do you want to see?
I want to see. Look, I don't like the Colorado San Jose first round. Who else would Colorado be up against?
Do you like Colorado anything? Like, do you like Colorado, Utah even?
Yeah, I like that more just because Colorado's going to blow up whoever they play in the first round. And I don't want it to be the Sharks. I want to see the Sharks at least make it to the second round. So Utah can screw off. They're going to get blown up by the Avs. And who would the Sharks be playing then? It would be
the Vegas Golden Knights.
That's a good series. That is a fantastic series.
Or it could also be, depending if Edmonton gets over Vegas, it could be San Jose, Edmonton.
I think Edmonton they don't slaughter them. It'll be tight games, but Connor McDavid will do Connor McDavid things in every game. In those dying moments, in Edmonton will probably win in 5. That's my take on that. Look, the Sharks have the best chance against Vegas, I think. They just played Vegas the other night, I swear, and I think they got incinerated 7-2. Okay, I don't know.
I swear the West is so boring. The East is so much fun. Like, there's so many good combinations over here.
The West, I don't care. Just make sure the Edmonton Oilers make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. And then we have Habs Oilers Stanley Cup Finals. That's what I want to see. You say Habs Buffalo is must-see hockey. Oilers.
Habs got the playbook on the Oilers. That's all I'm going to say. We have the playbook. We play them really well. We beat them back in November. The score says we lost, but we beat them. And then, have we played them again since? I don't think we've gone out. Yeah, or they haven't come over. My bracket right now, if I had to make a bracket for the East right now, like with all of those series, as I said, I've got Montreal beating Buffalo in like 7. And as you said, 7 overtime games, I swear. I've got Detroit beating Tampa. If it's Boston, Carolina, I've got Carolina beating Boston. And I've got the Islanders beating the Penguins.
No, I don't think that's possible.
I've got the Islanders beating the Pittsburgh Penguins in the first round of this year's playoffs.
No, it's not going to happen. Like the Penguins, we said they needed their rookies to step it up if they wanted to have a real chance. The rookies have stepped it up, bro. Like, a lot of their points in these last few games have been coming from their rookies.
Give me Ilya Sorokin in the first round to win the playoff series.
Okay. Whatever you say. Don't
give me, what's his name? Stuart Skinner, who cannot save a puck for his life. Yeah, no, I don't want that. I want Ilya Sorokin in my crease.
Pittsburgh Penguins, Edmonton Oilers, Stanley Cup Final, Stuart Skinner stops everything.
That storyline is so funny.
That'd be hilarious.
Any other good ones? I'm trying to think of other good ones. I mean, like Carolina versus Pittsburgh or New York. It's like whatever, sure, Carolina. And then Montreal versus Detroit. Detroit would be a fun series.
It'd be a high scoring
series.
This
is what I mean. Like the Atlantic. Like, man, give me these matchups.
I know.
Like Colorado is going to play Minnesota or Dallas in the second round. Imagine being the Dallas Stars, needing to go through the Minnesota Wild this year, who have Quinn Hughes, by the way. You have to go through Minnesota, and then you go against Colorado. Then, if you get through Colorado, you have to get through Edmonton or Vegas, most likely. And then you have to beat the Habs to win the Cup. Like, it's crazy. It's actually ridiculous.
Good luck, Dallas.
Good luck, Dallas.
Speaking of Dallas, I don't know if you've seen these videos online because of the snowstorm that they got over the past week. So yesterday, all the snow started to melt. Then overnight, temperatures drop instantly. The next morning, the roads are just sheets of ice, and there are people just skating up and down the street playing hockey. It's pretty cool.
I thought we were going in a completely other direction.
All right, everyone, 4 massive games coming up. We need these points. We need these wins, baby. That's what we want. Even though we just gave you all these hypotheticals, we're still coming for that first spot in the East. The Montreal Canadiens, never doubt them. Colorado Avalanche, Buffalo Sabres, Minnesota Wild, Winnipeg Jets. We will cover all of those in next week's episode. Thank you, everyone, for watching. For those of you, Mrs. Nagy, that has made it to this point in the episode, we appreciate you very much. And make sure that you like, comment, subscribe on our YouTube channel. It helps us grow. We're at 157 subscribers now. We're growing pretty quick. We're getting subscribers a lot faster than we were last year, and we want to keep it up. So thank you very much for all of your support. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Make sure that you follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast content, we are there. And make sure that you leave some ratings for us there as well, because we will continue to grow and we appreciate it. And then we can continue to do more giveaways for you guys. With that being said, Alex, have a good night. Everyone still watching this video, have a good night. Au revoir et bonne soirée.